Remember how the original movie was so good and so scary that it caused that one woman to have a fatal heart attack? The first film was so good, it scared a person to death. All right. Do the thing. Your mother sucks cocks in hell. All right. No, but yeah. The time has come with a heavy heart and genuine heavy heart to do the thing. Fuck you! It's the Angry Grant Show, everybody. The Angriest Grant Show. Fuck! God! Spoiler alert, everybody! Good news, I saw Dumb Money yesterday. I really enjoyed it. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed your good movie, Drew, truly. I wish I was watching that again. For real, thanks, buddy. Where do I even fucking start? The Exorcist Believer is the 6th film in a series that should have only had one film. Maybe 2 films if you count the director's cut of one of the sequels, that being the 3rd one. It's directed and co-written by David Gordon Green, who brought Halloween back before killing it. And now he's prematurely killed another franchise. And it breaks my heart because he used to be a good director. He used to be a good director. God damn it, David Gordon Green. Make more movies like freaking like George Washington again. Fuck it. Make movies like Pineapple Express again. Damn it. What are you doing, David? Please. Ugh. Oh, I'm mad. Hey, what's up, movies and trains? I just don't care anymore. Like, really. I'm so sick and tired. This year's had some great movies. Oh, but it's had some shit. Oh my god, it's had some shit. So The Exorcist Believer, set 50 years after the first one. It's a direct sequel, I guess, only to the first one. Yeah, it was. Drew. Drew said Pineapple Express was hilarious. I agree. So what's this film about? Two little girls go missing one day. One little girl lost her mother when she was born. Her dad is Leslie Odom Jr., who I don't blame for this. He's a good actor and he's trying. She's friends with another little girl. They go missing one day trying to talk to the spirit of her dead mother. Something else comes back. Could it be Satan? Of course it is. Something horrible is happening to these two girls. They're acting different. Some would even say demonic. And they need the help of, among other people, Ellen Burstyn as Chris McNeil, who is estranged from Reagan because, despite the fact that, as Mark Kermode pointed out, and he's absolutely right, she would never do this. She wrote a book about the experience in the first film. Fuck the plot. All right. Yeah, thank you, Pazuzu. Look, this movie, everybody said the trailers for this movie looked bad, and I looked at them and I said, I'm coming into this with hope, because David Gordon Green can direct movies. I should point this out for anything I say today, right now. I love the first Exorcist movie. I think it is, you know why it's considered one of the scariest films of all time? Why people say it is? Because it fucking is one of the scariest films of all time. It's a classic. Every sequel they have tried. This is the 6th attempt to do an Exorcist movie. Well, 5th attempt after the first one. Well, 6th, I guess, because there's that TV show, too. When are people going to understand that you can't make a sequel to The Exorcist anymore? You just can't. You never could. They're all bad. Let's do some positives first, real quick, because there are a few things. The child actors are not bad in this. They're all right. None of the actors really are bad in this, especially Leslie Odom Jr. and Ellen Burstyn. They do a good job. And Dowd, she's Ann Dowd. She's always good. The filmmaking also of the sequels is probably the best directed, but it is basically copying shots from the original. So that barely counts. Everything else is the worst ever. This is one of the worst sequels, one of the worst movies I have ever seen. I hated this movie. It wasn't scary. It was really kind of offensive and exploitative and gross in the way that it took this first movie that was about something, that had meaning, that was about faith, and it was about belief, and it was about a mother's love for her child, and it was about all these different things, and it was about faith tested, and it did it in a way that it didn't have anything else to it. It was William Friedkin, the great William Friedkin, telling a story that happened to also have really scary stuff in it, but it was a good story with good characters. This is a generic exorcism movie that slaps the title and some of the shots and one of the actors from the original Exorcist, well, two, we'll get there, and calls it an Exorcist sequel. It's not. It isn't. This is absolutely, completely, it's worse than you've heard. I'm sorry, 22% is too high for this movie. This is... Let's talk about some of the themes they exploit in this movie. They talk about... This is weirdly how it connects a little bit to Nefarious, in the sense that it's not a faith-based movie, but they do basically imply that abortion, even if it's going to save the life of you, even if you're going to die, if you carry a child to term, not only damns the child to hell, but damns the mother. Yeah, fuck you, movie. I'm getting mad. It also brings up the specter of child sexual abuse. And it just exploits it and has nothing to do with anything and is barely... It does it to be cheap. It really does. Alright, from here on out, we're going to do some spoilers. Anyone in the chat want to guess? Hey, Noah. Anyone in the chat want to guess how much approximately screen time Ellen Burstyn actually has in this movie? In this movie that's 2 hours and 1 minute long? Anyone want to wager a guess? Anyone? Anyone of the two people watching want to guess? 3, 2, 1. I would say generously, if we're being absolutely generous, she's in this movie maybe total 15 minutes. Close. She's in the movie about 15 minutes, maybe. If you can, more like 12 minutes, if we're being genuine here. Ellen Burstyn is here to give exposition, go to the house of the little girl, one of the little girls, Catherine is the little girl, and then proceed to get blinded by having the little girl, while possessed by Pazuzu, stab her in the eyes with a metal crucifix. So she gouges her eyes out. So she spends the majority of her screen time in a hospital bed. And if you're wondering, Grant, why did you say 2 actors? Do they bring back Max von Sydow from the dead? No. We'll get there. I'm not there yet. So, spoiler alert, because I don't give a shit. Okay, so there's two girls. There's Catherine, who's like the daughter of this devout family. I believe that her mom is played by the lead singer from Florida Georgia Line. She's actually not bad in this. Yeah, she's actually kind of not bad in this. But and there's also I believe her name is Angela, Leslie Odom Jr.'s daughter. It's really about Leslie Odom Jr. and Angela, but at the same time, it's enough about the other girl for her to be a sympathetic character. So at the end of this movie, they really pull a cruel thing on you without really earning it. Where it's getting to the point... First of all, I should also mention there's barely an exorcism in The Exorcist Believer. The Exorcist shows up, says he can't do anything, leaves, and then comes back just to be killed. Yeah. There you go. There's your Exorcist. And it's even worse because it has a good idea there that it leaves on the table, which is the idea of like all these different spiritual healers from all these different faiths coming together to save these two girls' souls. Which I actually like teaming up against this demon. I actually like that idea, but they don't do anything with it. But regardless, this girl, like all the children in these movies, including her friend, this girl Catherine, has lacerations all over her body, is brutalized, is, possessed, and is forced to say disgusting, horrifying things. Par for the course. And for doing nothing but just being an innocent child, she is... In the climax of this movie, they play this really cruel little chicken game in this exorcism thing of which girl is going to live and which one's going to die. And they kind of sometimes imply one of them's going to die, one of them's going to die, or they're both going to live, or they're both going to die. Catherine dies. She dies. She dies screaming for her mother, being dragged by arms, basically to hell. And then her heart stops in reality. But it's a happy ending for the other girl because she gets to live, and she's going to miss her friend, but everything's going to be better now. The last scene of this movie, this is what leads me to I said, okay, this movie's winding down. Don't do what I think you're going to do. So as mentioned, and they do it. So as mentioned before, Ellen Burstyn's character is barely in this. She's blinded. She's in the hospital. Earlier in the movie, Leslie Odom Jr.'s character, his name is Victor. He comes in and she says, "Who is it?" Because she can't see anybody, of course, because her eyes were gouged. And he says, "Oh, it's Victor, it's me." It's like, "Oh, okay," and they talk. Later at the end of the movie, the door to her hospital room opens. And she's like, "Who is it?" And you see this female hand, this older female hand, with nail polish on it. I'm like, oh my god, movie, you better fucking not. And it's like, I hear this, "Mom, it's me." And then she leans her head over, and she goes down to her level, and you see it's Linda Blair, it's Reagan, and they hug. The Exorcist Believer, directed by David Gordon Green. All right, you know what I'm gonna give this movie? Yeah, you know what it is. Fuck you. Fuck this movie. I don't. Leslie Odom Jr., Ellen Burstyn, even Linda Blair, I don't blame you for this. Anybody who's in this movie. I blame David Gordon Green. His fingerprints are all over this. Rest in peace, William Peter Blatty. Rest in peace, William Friedkin. You both are geniuses. You are spinning in your grave right now. I am truly sorry. Fuck Exorcist Believer. Fuck this series. Stop. Just stop it. Don't make any more of these. They already have a sequel set up. It's coming out in 2025, so they say. The Exorcist Deceiver. Kill it before it kills again. Exorcise it. We're done. Give up the ghost. It's over. It's done. Good. No, you're not missing anything. Fuck this movie. Fuck The Exorcist Believer. Middle finger of kindness. Double middle finger of kindness. This is Second or third worst film I've seen so far in 2023. Yeah, I said it. If it was neo-Nazi propaganda, it would be close to number one. If Nefarious is worse, objectively and morally, but this is just. I hated this movie. I truly hated this movie. This really is one of the worst pieces of dog shit I've ever seen. But that's it. I have Loki to watch and fucking Gen V to watch. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. So we're going to close the book on it. 0 stars for The Exorcist Believer. It's done. Let's move on. This house is clean now. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. This is a Red Band trailer. The Beekeeper. This looks kind of silly, but I don't know. It looks kind of interesting. It's a new Jason Statham movie. Come on, Jason. We need you to be good again, buddy. It's like an revenge movie, action movie. It looks kind of fun. Five Nights at Freddy's, talked about it. Looks good. We're seeing it in a few weeks. Night Swim. This looks kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell what this is about. There's a ghoulie in the pool trying to kill this family. Yeah, looks kind of stupid. Could surprise me. It's, with Blumhouse, it's a crapshoot. I mean, look at this movie. But yeah, it looks kind of dumb. Napoleon, talked about it, looks good. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, talked about it, looks good. The Marvels, talked about it, looks good. Killers of the Flower Moon, talked about it, looks good. We're seeing it in a couple weeks. Argyle, talked about it, looks good. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back tomorrow for back-to-back reviews of, first off, a retro review of Hocus Pocus, because it is back in theaters for its 30th anniversary. I'm going to see it on the big screen, and we're going to talk about it. Mind you, I've seen Hocus Pocus before. It's one of my favorite movies. I reviewed Hocus Pocus 2 last year. And a couple weeks after this, we'll also be doing a 30th anniversary retro review of Nightmare Before Christmas, because it's also getting a re-release. Hey, Luke, we're right at the end, buddy. It's awful. Don't bother, Luke. Just don't bother. It's terrible. What did you think? Hope you had fun at your good movie there, Luke. He saw The Creator tonight. Yeah. So while Luke responds, we are, tomorrow's Hocus Pocus and Shelter in Solitude. I don't know anything about this, so this could go either way. Saturday, we will have reviews of VHS 85 and the horror thriller, when the Spanish horror film, which is at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, it is not dropping. When Evil Lurks, it looks pretty good. Sunday, we will have reviews of the slasher comedy Totally Killer and the erotic thriller Fair Play. And Monday, we will have a review of the prequel Pet Sematary Bloodlines. So that's coming up. And next week, pretty much next week. Dark Harvest. Okay, we have Dark Harvest. But other than that, next week, the only theatrical movie I think we have is Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour. So yeah, we'll have a review of that Saturday. But yeah, that's it. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all and I'm happy to share it with you. Love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, class dismissed. W3000. Be kind to one another. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of The Exorcist Believer? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? You think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. I'm gonna go watch Loki now. Bye.